In view of our ability to undertake aggressive contact tracing of infected persons, the enhancement of our capacity to test, the expansion in the numbers of our treatment and isolation centers, our better understanding of the dynamism of the virus, the ramping up of our domestic capacity to produce our own personal protective equipment, sanitizers and medicines, the modest successes chalked at containing the spread of the virus in Accra and Kumasi, the severe impact on the poor and vulnerable, I have taken the decision to lift the 3-week-old restriction on movement in the Greater Accra metropolitan area and Kasoa, and the Greater Kumasi metropolitan area and its contiguous districts, with effect from 1 a.m. on Monday, 20th April. In effect, tomorrow will see the partial lockdown in Accra and Kumasi being lifted. That is the address of the Ghanaian president, Nana Akufo-Addo. What a heartwarming news. What a great news. What a testimony. Remember, just a few days ago, I put out a video and I told all that the moment America begins to relax the lockdown on its states, that there's going to be a psychological liberation across the world, especially around Africa. It has already started happening. Remember that about a week ago, Dr. Jerome Adams, American Surgeon General, had actually dumped the World Health Organization's predictive contagion model, and they decided to work with original data. It appears here from this address of the Ghanaian president that they have actually been using their own data generated by Ghanaian professionals. The president made it clear that they have also understood the way the virus is working. They are not depending on the World Health Organization. They have to rely on their own data generated. In other words, they are not working with the predictive one. They are working with the original data on ground. And based on that original data, Ghana has to open for business starting from tomorrow, April 20th. This is what we are calling on every African president to do. Use original data. We have some of the finest men and women in the medical profession. These guys are sought after all over the world. Let them go on the ground and generate data just like Ghana did. They can get the data. Tell us, how is the virus behaving in your own country? Check it, get the data, and based on the data you get, use that to decide what to do with your nation. Do not lock your nation down because somebody predicted there will be 500,000 deaths in the next 2 months, or because somebody is predicting there's going to be 10 million deaths in the next 3 months. No, use the data that you can generate by yourself to decide whether to continue to lock down or to lift the lockdown, which is what Ghana has now shown leadership in doing by lifting it partially. And of course, as soon as they have lifted partially, it's going to continue to happen that way until it gets everywhere in the country. And I want to say a very big thank you to you, President Nana Akufo-Addo. You are a man of your word. You are a man of action. I know that you are a great president. And what you have done is you have now shown a strong leadership. You have lifted the cloud of fear over the citizens of Africa, not just Ghanaians alone. Do you know what you have just done? You have given life to so many people in Africa. And we will never forget you for this. And you have to be specially rewarded for what you have done today. We are now calling on all the other presidents across Africa to toe the path of the Ghanaian president. If data could be generated by Ghanaian doctors, why can't it be generated by Nigerian doctors, by Ethiopian doctors, by Kenyan doctors, by South African doctors, so that Africa is opened up for business again? This man is thinking about the suffering people of Ghana. Everybody should do this. And this is to say that we are about to be open for business. God has answered our prayers. Congratulations.